welcome back to the Side Dish Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Schoen, and I'm joined as always by James Chung.
You didn't pronounce my name wrong?
James Chung.
Word.
And today's guest is Carson Allen. She is an actress that you might remember from such dramas as, hold on,
K2.
When the Camellia Blooms, Voice 3, So Not Worth It, which was maybe the biggest role. So, you know, that's the primer, but other things that about Carson that might surprise our listeners if you don't know who she is. You grew up in Asia, like for a vast majority of your life, right? So you grew up in Japan, Okinawa, and then you lived in America for very briefly, it sounds like.
Like a year and a half?
Yeah, in Florida. And
oh my God, Florida.
Florida.
What an interesting place.
Are your parents from Florida?
No.
Where are they from in the States?
My parents, so my mom was born in Bangkok, but her family, American side of the family, and my dad's, all of his family are all from Oregon.
Is your mom half Asian?
Yes.
Okay, so you're a quarter.
I'm a little
You're
Asian.
a quarter Thai.
I'm a little Asian, yeah.
Oh, whoa. I mean, I want to say this as a complete compliment. You're very beautiful, but you're like, you're so white looking to me. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Genetics are weird.
Yeah.
Genetics are weird.
Because I don't know if do you edit like pictures?
We can, yeah.
Okay,
if you
I can show you guys.
Right here. Yeah, we'll put it right here. Yeah.
So when my siblings were, every time my mom had a child, it was like 50-50 chance.
Oh, interesting.
So you're either Asian or white.
Yeah, so you have Asian as sisters.
But it's sad because everybody thinks they're Mexican.
Yeah.
That's true. A lot of
actually, it's not sad because Mexican is a great.
No, nothing bad about that. But it's like they're like people always just assume they're Hispanic.
they don't get the Asian slurs thrown at them.
Right. Okay,
they get like the Mexican ones.
Yeah. But it's like crazy to think about genetics because like 2 of my siblings have black hair, brown eyes, and olive skin. Like you put us together, we look like a blended family.
Yeah. You look,
like an adoptee.
You have green eyes, like which is rare.
And my brother's blonde. I was also born blonde and then eventually turned brunette, but my brother's blonde.
Wow. How many siblings do you have?
In total, there's 5 of us.
Wow. And your parents are still together? No half siblings?
No half siblings.
Wow.
Although, yeah, we look non-related.
That's so crazy. Okay, so but your dad was the Army guy then?
Air Force.
Air Force. Okay, because so you grew up in Okinawa, lived briefly in America, and then you lived in Korea for like 19 years or 18 years or something crazy.
Yeah, now it's like 18 years. Yeah,
that's insane.
Total. I know.
I love that you also live or used to live in Itaewon, which is where we're recording the podcast.
Which, you know what? Itaewon is so funny to me because when I was a kid, like a teenager, I would make a lot of friends like also that were outside of the whole like U.S. government like side of things.
Yeah.
And whenever I would like tell people where I lived, because they always asked, like I would go to a Chumhagwan. Like I had friends outside of the like circle here. I would tell them I lived in Itaewon. They'd be like,
so dangerous.
Don't go out at night.
Totally.
And, are you okay?
I mean, I do remember when Itaewon was a
home?
little bit sketchy, but I'm thinking
It was never really sketchy.
There was one murder.
There were
That
actually
was in
two.
the
There were actually
80s,
two. There were
no?
actually 2 murders. There was one at the Burger King in '91, but there was like a hotel murder with some international kids and an
2
Army guy.
murders and now has a bad rap.
But my point being, like, I used to come to Itaewon a lot in the '90s, like '97 to 2006. I came every other summer, and honestly, in '97, that stereotype was true, but
really?
only because this was like the international district and the Army base was right there. So a lot of Koreans were naturally like, "Don't go there."
Don't go there.
But by
But now-
2008.
but like anywhere foreign, I go to Teddy. And
I
they're
guess it's like
"Be
very
careful."
xenophobic coded, right?
For sure. They're like,
yeah.
this is the dangerous neighbor. I'm like, it's just Chinese. There was a stabbing like 15 years ago. You're still worried about it?
I mean, there was a stabbing in Shinlim by, you know what I mean? It's like,
It's the bad neighborhood.
And also, the people doing the stabbings are Korean people, Korean men, honestly.
We're capable of stabbing. I don't know why they don't give us that credit.
Thanks, James.
Growing up in Itaewon was always interesting.
And you went to SAS on base, I assume. Seoul American or no?
Yeah, but why did it sound weird when you said
I say SAS. Did you guys not call it SAS?
We called it SAWS.
Oh, SAWS. Yeah.
So in my brain, I was like, something's missing. A letter was missing.
Yeah. So actually, is it SAHS then? Yeah,
So that's
SAWS.
I think it was too many letters. That's why we said SAWS.
I see.
I feel like, growing up with the base there is, it's like a very different type of experience of Korea. And I know you interacted with a lot of the other, like, Seoul Foreign School, or was KIS?
KIS was there.
Or like YES or...
When I was in high school, I think YES was like the go-to place to get fake IDs.
So what did yours look
Which
like?
was always ironic because they were like the Christian school.
Yeah, that's so funny. Were you a bad kid in high school? Did you like go off? Did you go off base?
Did you have a McLovin ID?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I went off base all the time. No, but I feel like back in the day, you could just get away with a lot more.
Yeah.
Because just there was less foreigners.
It was so scary to talk
And
to
people
foreigners.
thought I was much older. Like I could walk into an establishment like a bar, and nobody would even ask to see. Do you know what I mean? Like, not that I did, but you know what I mean. Like there was no questions asked, but I could have.
Yeah.
Like it was around the time that just international kids. It was the golden years for them.
No, because all my cousins went to SFS, and every summer I'd visit, they all had fake IDs. Like, yeah, it was crazy. As like sophomores in high school.
Yeah.
You know. And what's funny, my cousin used my address in America for his fake ID. It's just like looking at it, and like it was like a weird cognitive dissonance moment where I'm like,
McLovin
yeah,
moment.
exactly.
So when I was in university, I was like, I want a fake ID. I was gonna ask the one other Asian like Hongdae that I knew, dude that I went to like high school with. But he was Japanese. So I was like, there's no way anyone's gonna know. And if they call me out, I'll just call them racist.
Yeah.
And that's the card you can pull in a majority white area.
Yeah, but unless like the ID says like he's 6'2", you know.
We were, I think, of similar height.
Yeah, fair enough. So you were a good kid in high school. Played tennis, swam. Did you do theater?
What?
Did you do acting, theater in high school?
Oh, I think you said feeder.
Did you do theater?
And that was
Were
the
you-
theater content.
Were you doing theater content?
I did a lot of theater in middle school, but then once I got to high school, tennis was like the main focus.
It wasn't cool.
I think it just didn't work out. And for 2 of the years they did a musical. I'm not a singer.
Oh, you're not?
They did no. They did Grease, and I think they did another musical. And I'm
God, you know what? I'm gonna say it. We need to just stop doing Grease as a high school production. Just stop, and also stop doing Les Mis. All right, like
It wasn't very
there's
good.
so many musicals out there, and like they've done, Grease and Les Mis have been done. Stop doing them.
Hey, what's wrong with Fiddler on the Roof, you know?
Do Fiddler. Do Fiddler.
I did Fiddler, and it was great. I loved playing a Jewish
But you know
man.
the thing about Fiddler's way too long. Into the Woods and Fiddler are just so long as musicals, and they infuriate me. So I was a theater kid in high school, also didn't do musicals. Not because I can't sing. Well, I can't sing, but because I'm better than musical theater. I'm a thespian.
Oh yeah. Well, I still did theater classes. Like I was in theater class, and I did video productions classes. I just didn't do the school plays.
Gotcha.
In
that
high
counts
school.
then. You
Yeah.
graduate as a thespian.
Yeah.
Have you ever acted as an adult in like a stage production rather than like film or TV?
No.
No.
Interested?
I would. It's just the way Korea works, like especially for like film and television, things could happen like the shoot could be in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like you just don't know. Like they don't do things in advance.
Of
and
course not.
so I'm always like nervous because it's a big commitment to do theater in Korea.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about like up to 2 months of prep and then a month of performing. That's 3 months
Yeah.
of what if the role of my career pops up and they're like, next week, can you film? And I'm like, oh, I can't. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't know if it's worth the risk.
That's a good point, actually, because like, yeah, you could just shoot, a few days for a film or a TV show and like get the performance on the camera and like get the Oscar, I guess. And then, or you could do like 2 months touring with this stupid production and like maybe you get a Tony. I don't know. Maybe if you're
Wait, actually, God, what's that like history's like mystery show that a lot of foreign actors are on in Korea?
Oh my God, Surprise.
Surprise! Have you,
You
ever
know
been
what's
on it?
crazy about Surprise?
What's that?
I did it when I was like 15.
I'm surprised
14?
you're willing to admit this.
Whoa.
Because I was a child.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's funny. Anything that I did as a child, I talked about this on another podcast. I look back so endearing. Like, it's so funny to me to see something like, and it's also interesting that it's on film. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm literally a child and I can look back and it's a professional filmed thing.
Yeah.
And it's really funny, in my opinion.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a pejorative or dismissive way. I mean, it is adorable. Like looking back at yourself as an artist, no less, right? And being like, wow, like I was 15. This was my big break. Like I remember the excitement revisiting it. I think that's awesome. But also, so you've been doing, you've been like on TV since you were young, it sounds like. Oh, wow.
It's really...
15. I mean, did that make you cool in high school or popular? Did it give you points?
It gave me a lot of Facebook likes.
Okay. Because there was a kid at my high school who was in the film Bicentennial Man with Robin Williams, and we did not like this kid. But because I think we assumed that he thought he was the shit.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. There was something there where we wanted to preemptively not like him, maybe, but he kind of wasn't cool in our year, even though he definitely did the coolest thing ever. He was in a movie with Robin Williams.
We had a girl in my high school that was in a movie with Kevin Bacon.
That's also pretty cool.
Which gives me 2. My Bacon number's 2.
Yeah,
because of her, and
yeah.
I'm so grateful for that
for sure,
because we did improv together then. But she disappeared for a few months and then came back, and she was like, "I'm in a movie." We're like, "Cool." I'm like, no one was like, "Who's
You don't even know the name of the movie.
No, it's called My One and Only, starring Kevin Bacon.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
She had a small speaking role and that's
Hey,
really
a
cool.
line's a line.
But so then, did your parents? I guess it sounds like they were really supportive of you wanting to be on TV or be an actress, right?
I don't
Oh,
I
a long
feel
enough
like,
pause.
well, sorry, because I was gonna say something. I was like, this sounds terrible. Not that they didn't care, and that's what gave me the freedom. I think. I probably had a little bit too much freedom. Sometimes I get on my parents because I have 2 more siblings.
Yeah,
right
you're
now
a middle child. Yeah.
Oh, I'm the middle child of the 3 original children,
Okay.
and then my parents had more children when I graduated high school.
Oh, you're Gen 1 Pokemon. They're Gen 2.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so sometimes I get on my mom. I'm like, you guys should care more. Not care because they care about me, but they do give us a little bit too much freedom. I think. You know.
Yeah.
So even in high school, thinking back, I skipped school a lot to film
You're
stuff.
a truant.
Yeah.
You cut class or you skip school? There's a
skip
difference.
school. I pretended like I was going to school, and then I would just go shoot
Hell
a
yeah.
commercial, and then I would.
Whoa,
and
you
then
wouldn't
I
even
would,
tell your parents?
No.
Whoa.
No, sometimes I would check myself out of school, say I was going to a dentist appointment, and then I would go shoot something for Arirang TV, and then I would go home.
What?
Yeah.
Carson.
Did you have good handwriting?
No, the school didn't care. I don't think you guys realize government run.
It's SAWS. Okay,
American-
we know. They don't give a shit.
We were the ghetto of the ghetto.
All the SAWS kids I ever met were pretty fucking ratchet.
Oh my God.
Hey, y'all had access to flaming hot Cheetos.
Before you could get on
We were
coupon.
on different types of drugs.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. Damn, dudes. But at least you were a truant, but you were doing something. You were industrious. You were getting a job. You were working.
That's true.
You've
Yeah.
been hustling. Mm-hmm.
Did you get paid?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I talked about this earlier today to another friend, but I was reminiscing that my sister did a commercial when we were in high school, and I remember she got 3 million won.
Wow, not bad.
Back in the day.
She was my sugar mama for months. I was like, Kennedy, can you buy me dinner? Can you buy me this? Can you buy me a CD?
This is great. So your sister's name is Kennedy. Your name's Carson. Are you guys named after... I was going to say cities, but I don't know if there's a city named Kennedy. I know there's Carson City in California, but it sounds like your parents these are very American names, actually.
Yeah, but they're not common.
Not common,
Kennedy
yeah.
is a little bit more common now.
Yeah.
But growing up, I never met another
What are your
Kennedy.
other? I mean, we don't have to dox them, but do your siblings also have unique-ish names?
I think my mom.
Braxton.
Or is there a Dan?
No, my
Yeah.
mom kind of wanted almost last name, first name for all of the daughters, kind of. So it's Kennedy.
Because your last name is
Allen.
a first name.
Yeah. it
Yeah.
could
Oh, so you
be.
don't trust, because it's you can't trust people with 2 first
That's-
names. She knew the curse. That's
So-
smart, though.
But I think there's something of a 느낌 to the names. It's Kennedy, Carson, and Emerson were the generation one.
Yeah,
Cool.
these are
all girls.
These
but
are last
very-
names for sure.
Very I don't know.
All
You get a
girls.
strong feeling. Don't you get a strong feeling from the names?
I do. I think.
Yeah.
What's Gen 2 then?
Gen 2, she went off a little bit in a different direction. I
Hyunsung,
think.
Jiwon.
Or Aiden's, Caden's.
Yeah.
She went with Sebastian, which
Okay, Seb,
yeah,
Sebastian.
but I feel like it didn't have the same.
It doesn't have the same
traditional-
ring.
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
And then for our youngest Makne, is Evelyn.
Evelyn, very pretty.
And I think she did Evelyn because it's Kennedy Carson, Kuku, and then she wanted the other girls to be Emerson, Evelyn.
I see. Oh,
Yeah.
so a little bit of a
It's a
pattern.
little bit Korean of her.
Yeah, it is.
you-
Those are good names, man. Props to your mom. Those are good
Yeah.
names,
That's
though.
thought out. I
Yeah.
know a guy and his initial and his brother's initials, first, middle, last, are KKK. And at some point, you're like, this is not an accident.
I don't believe
You know
in
what, though?
coincidences.
My first boyfriend that I ever had, his last name was Cho, CHO, and my middle name's Christine, and I was like, oh, CCC? I was like, that sounds terrible.
I can never marry him.
Never marry him.
I love this. Wait, we should talk about dating. I want to know. Okay, so I do know that you, when you're first dating someone, you don't want to eat food in front of them because you get like a little awkward
oh my God,
or something.
I hate eating food
which is
in front
totally
of
understandable.
strangers.
That's like something I've heard from other people. But
And I also
ironically-
heard you like duck, and I was gonna bring some and make you eat in front of us.
Okay, well, like this is different because like
We're
not
vibing.
Yeah, we're not on a blind date.
Yeah, right.
Because
right,
I feel like there's something weird. I just don't. I've only been on like one blind date my whole entire life, and I didn't like it because I
Really?
was like, I don't like that you're here and I'm here to judge each other during this time and decide will we date. I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's not
It's a lot of
natural.
pressure.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
like,
You're auditioning. I mean, as an
yeah,
actress,
yeah,
you
yeah.
understand that feeling,
and I
right?
also don't feel like you'll never get to know me from just one dinner, you know,
Yeah.
which means we got to keep meeting. But every time we meet, I'm like, so I don't know. I prefer to meet somebody in like a more
Organically.
organic.
Totally. But yeah, I was wondering about your like dating experiences in Korea, right? Because you speak Korean fluently and like so that must be a big plus. Like also I feel like Korean guys are into white girls now.
I feel like that's been like a.
But more so than ever, don't you
More so
think?
than ever.
More so than ever.
Is it trending up? I don't know about that.
I just think it's suddenly profitable.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Suddenly profitable is crazy.
They see a white girl and they're like cha-ching. But I do wonder.
We made it, boys.
You know, you probably have dated a lot throughout your life. You've been here since so young. Do you? I mean, Korean guys get a bad rap, you know, from Korean women especially too. What are your thoughts on like the dating scene these days? You know, as you see it.
Because Sean Solo did irreparable damage to Korea.
Well, Sean
man.
Solo tapped into a truism of the Korean culture, and that's why he went viral. But I mean, you've probably met Hongdae Guy in different variations. But what are your thoughts about just, your average Korean guy that you meet? I feel like most of them are really nice, honestly, in my opinion.
Like really average Korean guys, I say are night and day when you're like comparing them to like a Hongdae guy.
Right.
Because the Hongdae guys, those are guys who
They're fuckboys.
yeah, but they're like farther from fuckboys because I also feel like I don't know, and this sounds horrible, but like low education people. You know what I mean? Like people who I'm like, did you even graduate high school?
Totally.
Like
Yeah,
you guys
totally.
are just roaming the streets every day.
Yeah. That's their life.
Every day, like that's their
They're like
life.
Sakikun, man. I feel like they're like scam artists or something. Yeah. Which is so unfortunate that the good looking people like gravitate towards like the easy money, easy prey type thing. But I guess like that happens across all cultures. Do you have a certain type of guy that you like? Do you like other actors, for instance? Do you like people who are in the arts?
Yeah, definitely. They have to be somebody in the arts, or they have to also be active.
Okay. Like work out, you mean, or just have a
No,
hobby?
not like necessarily work out, but like enjoys doing stuff and experiencing things. Like
Not just like passive.
yeah. Because I have a hard time dating people who are too much of a homebody. Because then I feel like I don't know. Like I want them to be like, oh, I want to go try something or do something new, or like just like be active.
Yeah.
Like
What's your MBTI?
INFJ.
We love INFJs.
We do. You should guess ours.
You're both, I think, E's or I's, or are you guys both INFJs?
No,
I don't know.
No.
No.
I know what his
ENFJ.
is.
I'm an ENFJ.
ENFJ.
I think you're an FP.
Am I an EFP?
I think you were.
No, I'm an EFJ.
J would be like a planner. Like,
No,
do you,
I know.
You don't think he's a planner?
I'll check my list. I have a list of all my friends as like MBTI.
Hey, I planned the podcast. Does that count for anything?
I'm ENTP.
ENTP.
Which is the worst type?
no,
No,
because
no.
I think people say TJ is the worst.
TJs
Is
are
that-
the worst.
oh,
Yeah,
I will
yeah,
say INFJs are the rarest type.
I know.
ENTPs are the second rarest type.
Oh.
We're meant to get along.
Okay.
We'll see if
And
it's true
what
in
about
practice.
and what am I?
You said you're ENFJ, and I'm pretty sure I wrote ENFP.
Which means
in
we would
mine.
be the same. You're just the extrovert version.
I'm the
of
extrovert
me.
version, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I was a thespian in high school.
And I was a closeted thespian. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's walk through then. We don't have to talk about career too much, but you've done some exciting projects, right? One question I had is that for that the breakout drama, So Not Worth It, which is like I remember when that drama did come out. I don't watch dramas, unfortunately. But I know the title. You played a person named Carson in the show, right?
Yeah.
Was that because the writers were like, "What's a white name?" and they just went with they cast you and they chose your name, or was it serendipitously the name of the character?
Was it chicken or the egg?
Yeah. What came first?
Oh, so actually, I heard it's a thing from like the 90s. The sitcoms that came out in the 90s in Korea, they also used their own names.
Okay.
So it was like
a sort of like a tongue-in-cheek, like
or an homage. What do you call that? Like pay respect to like the originals.
Okay, so this is an industry standard that they do because of that. That's how they did it back in the 90s.
Yeah. Or 90s, early 2000s. Because our director and our creator, they both worked on High Kick. Did you guys ever watch High Kick? No. Okay.
We're Americans. You keep forgetting
literally,
that.
literally last night, Carson, I take Korean class once a week, and my teacher was like, "Do you watch dramas?" And I was like, I had to think for like a full minute, and then I said, no, I don't think I've ever watched a drama.
Really?
Yeah. And
we are not your target audience.
We are not. I mean, first of all, Carson, you lived in Korea longer than we have.
Really? How long have you guys lived in Korea?
I've lived here, I'm coming up on 14 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was born here, but then I left. So this time living here is 10 years.
Okay.
You're more Korean than us.
I see.
And your Korean is definitely better than ours. I'm taking Korean classes. I'm watching what is it? 참교육? What's it?
On Netflix?
Yeah. So I'm watching it without subtitles, which is like really hard. But I know that you did the same thing with Boys Over Flowers or one of the dramas.
Yeah, Boys Over Flowers was... So the very first drama I ever watched though, was My Lovely Kim Sam-soon.
I don't remember that one, yeah.
That's also like a funny one because it's just so old. But that was... when we found out we were moving to Korea, my mom had one friend who was Japanese, but she loved K-dramas. And so she wanted to like recommend us like what we should watch. And so we watched that before we came to Korea. But my very first time like watching a K-drama on TV in real time, like on cable,
like weekly episode type,
was 꽃보다 남자.
Cool. Okay, you have a lot of followers on Instagram. Did that pop off after the drama, or So Not Worth It, or what? Did you just build that up gradually?
Or was there like a moment that had like a big jump?
It definitely jumped. I think I was stuck at like 50K for the longest time, and
This
then
is TikTok.
Oh,
or Instagram. Or TikTok. Oh, no, which one?
I'm talking about Instagram. I don't have a TikTok.
Instagram, I was stuck at like 50K for the longest time. And then after So Not Worth It, it jumped over 100 something.
Yeah, we're stuck at 50K as well. So, yeah. We're yeah.
But TikTok is easy to...
TikTok's different.
TikTok, we have 8 followers. Follow us on TikTok.
The site just started posting on TikTok. I did see you had...
We gave up. I gave up.
I saw you very prominently display your Stendig calendar on your wall, tearing it down.
Yeah, he was telling me you have like a nice calendar, and I looked at it.
You know, it's from Coupang.
Really?
So it's a knockoff.
It's a knockoff, and it's a Korean printer.
Dude, and James was like, dude, look at this calendar.
Dude,
I was like, yeah, it looks nice.
You know what I am? I'm a thrifty bitch. Like, if I can find something like real cheap, I'll find it.
I thought about buying that calendar like 8 years ago, and I'm like, dude, that calendar's like 150 USD.
The best thing that ever happened to me is reverse Google search.
No, for sure.
On Naver.
So, anyways, your calendar mogging me, so I gotta keep up.
It's a nice calendar. And it's so fun to rip it every single month. You rip the whole thing off, and it's really satisfying.
Wait, I want to get this. What's the brand? It's just a huge calendar, right?
Yeah.
Bro.
And each number is like this big.
It's like in MoMA and stuff. That calendar.
I think it's...
Oh, it's the kind of calendar you find at the gift shop.
Like a gift shop at a museum.
Say no more. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Leave the Koreans to like take really famous design objects, but just make a Korean version.
Yeah.
Because frankly, it is just paper with...
this country, Korea, is all about ripping shit off. Come on. It's like the country of doing it.
I recently found another seller on Coupang. I love Coupang. They sell tabbies like in so many different like
cats?
No. The shoes, tabbies.
Oh, okay.
And they're so cheap. I bought like 4 pairs.
Damn. We love
Damn,
that.
you be buying shoes from Coupang? You're deep in the sauce.
You can take the girl out of Itaewon, but you can't take the Itaewon out of the girl.
I was gonna, that's funny as fuck. Because when I was growing up, my komo would always be like, "Yo, whatever brand you want, we can sell." They sell Itaewon as a knockoff, right?
Yeah.
And so I would do that. And this one summer, I came here. I bought a pair of shoes, and it was hard to get in America. And ironically, the brand was called America.
Yeah.
It was a skateboard brand, and I was like shocked. This shop had it. I bought the pair. I took them to America, and 3 days after wearing them, the entire front. Started peeling
The
off.
front fell off.
Yeah, just the bottom, the panel of rubber, came off, and I was so embarrassed that I just super glued it back onto my shoe. But I was like, "Oh, Komo, I don't know if I trust Korean products anymore." But this is literally maybe 2004 when this happened, 2003. But that was that era when Itaewon was very much the knockoff street. You remember there were tents lined up.
I remember the days. I always tell people the happiest time of my life, and this sounds terrible because I'm an actor, was when there was lots of pirated movies in Yongsan.
Oh my god, all those guys with the DVDs on their table. Yes, of course.
I literally just found one recently.
Oh my god,
in the
yes.
Dongdaemun area.
Yes.
Because this is before streaming,
Yes.
and so me and my sisters weekly thing.
Yeah.
We would go out, flip through their DVD, giant packs, and we would pick out movies and TV shows like Grey's Anatomy every single season.
Totally.
We were deep,
and they would print out the cover on a jet
On a piece
ink
of paper.
printer.
Yeah.
Inkjet,
No,
yeah.
so I literally saw one of those, I think last week, and they had Bert Kreischer's the comedian, this guy's famous for telling this story about going to study abroad in Russia, but he turned it into a movie, and they had that special on a as a knockoff DVD. I was like, who's buying
bought
this
this?
in Korea?
Bert Kreischer in Korea is a sentence I never thought I'd hear. Carson, you've been featured in so many magazines lately. Even the cover of some magazines.
We're here to glaze you.
Well, no, I'm more are you is your ego getting big? You can be honest with us. Because we don't know you.
Oh no!
Have you forgotten the friends that were don't forget us when you're famous?
But you guys don't understand the tears and sweat behind all of those projects.
It's full respect.
No, I mean, bro, if I was ever on the cover of a magazine, I would never let anyone not know that I was on the cover of a magazine. But how does that go down? I mean, because as an actress, right, you're hitting some milestones that I would say every actress wants to hit. You have a role in a breakout TV show. You got awards. They gave you an award last year. I don't know what the award is, but I know you got an award, okay? And it's a pretty prestigious one. You're on covers of magazines. You were in a dinosaur show, but maybe no longer. Whatever, we'll cut that out. But I mean, these are big milestones in your career, big deals. You must be proud of yourself. Do you think that now you're, I don't know, you carry yourself with a little bit more swagger, a little more pep in your step when you walk into Starbucks?
I think I definitely am proud of my hard work, because I think I'm a very competitive person, but not with other people, but with myself. And I also really enjoy playing strategic games. Do you guys play a lot of board games?
I mean, Settlers of Catan. That's the one.
I'm really good at Catan.
Really?
Yes, I played in a Catan tournament. Actually, my friend's really good though. He's ranked. He's ranked online.
You know the meta?
Meta Facebook?
No, he's talking about the hack.
Do you know the strategy? You have a set strategy. You're going for wood. You're going for sheep.
Yeah.
You got ports. Is that the meta? I don't know.
I don't usually go for ports.
I love that you. I mean, Carson, come over and play Settlers with us.
Yeah,
My wife and I want people to come over and play Settlers of Catan. So
We've been talking about Settlers.
My friends are really serious about Catan.
Yeah. So are we. We're super competitive. Let's go.
So I sometimes think about my life like it's a board. I'm very
That's the hack.
how do I win?
You're very Machiavellian. It's the word I'm looking for.
What are my cards? What have I been dealt?
Totally,
What's the board look like?
Totally.
How many brick do I have?
Yeah. And
play with
what's the time frame?
Build
What
some
are my
roads.
opponents working with?
Yeah.
I think. I think that's why I'm good at Catan too. Like, it's just the way my brain works.
Yeah.
I'm a puzzle solver. So also when I'm thinking about what I want to do, then I'm like, well, how can I solve it to get what I want?
Well, that's so interesting because like another question that I have is, or actually James had this question too. There's so many like Americans or foreigners who speak Korean fluently now. You know, back when you were 15, 16, you were a rare, you know, draw for studios or for producers. And I remember that time too, because like you turn on the TV and like, here's this guy from Africa who speaks Korean fluently. Like that's the draw for the TV show. We watch this like black guy speak Korean, right? And now that so many foreigners speak Korean, do you feel like, and you can be honest here, like, do you feel like that's a good thing? Do you feel like more like, oh, the market is flooded with this talent? Does that take away from your own?
Like, is it more competitive, or do you feel like there's more opportunities now?
I do think that there's more opportunities now, but I also feel like I've kind of had a unique view on it because I never let speaking Korean be my talent.
Right.
And I felt like
You're a better actress than the other
I
ones.
never wanted people like, oh, she's famous because she speaks Korean, or like she's successful. Like I always was like, that's not in my opinion, speaking another language isn't a talent.
Right.
And so it would almost frustrate me when people were becoming famous just for speaking Korean, because I'm like, lots of people speak multiple languages.
You know, Korea is like weird because it used to kind of pride itself on its homogeneity, right? Which honestly, I've kind of come around on that too. It's like, hey, if you want to like be proud of that, like that you've preserved a sort of heritage or culture, that's totally fine, as long as it doesn't go into xenophobia. And then Korea's response to that is like, we're not xenophobic. We love it when people speak Korean, but like, isn't that crazy that they speak Korean? Like, then the spotlight's on them just for this weird talent. And so, to your point, like that is also weirdly not xenophobic, but it's like a little bit racist, frankly. It's like anyone can speak Korean if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
In America, Asian people can speak English fluently and no one bats an eye. It's been that way for a long time. So I agree with you, or I see your point of like Korea, where like anyone can speak Korean fluently isn't a novelty, is like a really interesting future to see. And it's definitely going to happen because more and more people speak Korean. But it's unfortunate for ethnically Korean people like me who are like just cursed with a bad brain, so cannot speak Korean. So I'm like, fuck, like why wasn't Korea cool in like 1996 when I was learning Korean? Because when I was a kid, I was like, man, Korean is so lame. Like I can't be caught dead speaking this language with my white friends in Palo Alto, California.
It's also difficult, though. I do have to say, like, always having the title of 외국인, though. Even though people speak Korean or not Korean, or even like my friend, you know, Jonathan, like from, well, he's like, his family immigrated here. He only speaks Korean. He doesn't speak English. He doesn't speak, you know, so for me, sometimes it gets a little bit old, the fact that even somebody like him, I view him as Korean. When I see him, I'm like, you're Korean.
Wait, Jonathan, is he the half Indian guy?
No.
Okay,
Jonathan, I think he's from Congo.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So in those situations, I'm like, 딱 봐도 한국
For sure,
사람.
for
You know,
sure.
But then for Koreans, they would never say he's 한국 사람 in
Of
the
course,
same way.
yeah.
They would
Yeah.
jokingly be like, oh, 한국 사람 다 됐네. I'm like, no, not 다 됐네. Like, he's Korean.
He's like literally Korean.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people still, and I see this a little bit, and like in this living in Itaewon, you'll see a lot of like, I guess what you would call Blasians, essentially, right? And they're like, but they're fluent Korean speakers. All their friends are Korean. They're biking around. Like, they're just kids that just grew up in Korea. And, like, in this area, it's not that abnormal. But just in terms of, like, acceptance in the greater community, it's still not there. It's getting better.
Yeah.
That's something we can all acknowledge.
For sure.
But
Dude, people have more tattoos now.
That's true.
You know, girls are showing their shoulders more.
But I'm curious, you guys, what is your like thought on the word 외국인?
Well, it's good to have a word to describe like, and I guess a foreigner. That word should exist. I mean, just linguistically. But the way that Koreans use it is, it's literally like, you don't look Korean, so
외국인.
you're a 외국인. Yeah. Which is like not the right way to look at it, right?
I for me, like, I embraced it ironically because I am ethnically Korean, but I'm in a lot of these like very Korean spaces.
Yeah. But you've never been in a cab where like you're speaking Korean and the cab driver's like, oh shit, you're a 외국인.
No, I mean,
I get that all the time.
My Korean's fine, but like, you know, I think people can tell like I have an 억양, right? Or they just think I'm from some like obscure region. But
what region would that be? Yeah. Wait.
way in the West Coast. No, I like some island.
You're like a boat.
I'm an island.
I'm in the Pacific Ocean.
I'm an island boy. But I embraced it, right? And so I go by my English name even in Korean settings. But it was to my benefit because when I first came to Korea, I didn't speak Korean very well. Even as I got better, like my coworkers would always like my first job in Korea, they would like give me shit because they're like, James, why do you always pretend not to understand Korean when you're getting in trouble? 왜 혼날 때만 한국말 못하는 척하냐고.
It's like, oh, I gotta use that 외국인 card.
And I'm like, listen, when you're saying normal things, just try to be like, I understand. But when you're yelling at me, I really want to actually understand. So I'm gonna be like, I don't understand what you're saying. But with that said, no, I mean, for me, I embraced it. I embraced it because like it is something that is very fundamentally different. Like I grew up in the U.S.
Yeah.
I came here not knowing how to spell 안녕하세요, right? Like and that's just like a very like core part of like my existence here.
I feel like for me, it's like a hall pass to like not understand and them not to judge me. Because every time I enter a conversation, they're like, they assume I'm fluent and I'm not. So then I'm like, 이해 잘 못했어요. And they're like, oh, you're a 외국인. But then they're like, where'd you grow up? And I'm like, California.
He puts on the racist accent.
I grew up in California. No, but like literally, they'll literally be like, "Are you Chinese? Are you Japanese?" Like they would assume it's just I'm a different Asian. I'm like, no,
I'm Korean.
Californian. I'm a Kyopo. But yeah, I mean, I've gotten used to it now. When I first moved here in 2012, I was so insecure about it, and I would get really like, fuck, I will never assimilate to this fucking society because also my tongue is locked. I will never be able to say, 강릉. I will never be able to say it normally. I need like word. 능력. I can't say these words.
That's a speech pathologist issue.
No, it's just my tongue just won't move that way.
No, I literally there was in high school I had one of the kids in my classes in my like Spanish class or something, and he had a normal he just spoke like an American, but I was like but he mentioned that he's from Germany, and then like he then mentioned that it was only a few years ago that he had moved to the US, and I was like, yo, that doesn't make any sense, right? Like you came here like in, I don't know, middle school, and you speak like a full American. He's like, oh, my dad and I we went to a speech pathologist because my dad didn't want to sound like a dude from Munich or whatever. Which is crazy. I didn't even realize people do that. But you can.
That makes sense. I mean, I feel like with acting too, there must be. Here's something I think about when I watch a movie and there's a Boston character, right? And they're like, the stereotype with acting and Boston accents, like I parked the car in Harvard Yard, right? But like a bad Boston accent is worse than just like speaking like a normal person who might have moved to Boston, right?
Yeah.
But like I'm sure I know those guys work with dialect coaches, right?
Wait, how's your accent work?
Oh my god, wait, let me tell you a funny story about. So I was in the movie Boston 1970. Did you ever watch that Korean movie? It's like about the Boston Marathon where Korea like had to be
I haven't seen it yet.
Haven't seen it, okay. I remember.
Now I'm gonna be looking out for you.
Oh, I was just cast as a journalist, right? It was a 2-day shoot. Journalist for the almost like the peak part of the movie where the Koreans decide to stand up and speak their minds and whatever. So we're at this like conference thing, and I'm just one of the journalists that's gonna ask a question. This all takes place in Boston, and I remember this is kind of like a common thing where a lot of foreign actors in Korea, they get ideas that they want to do, but without any prep. So I remember
they just do it. They full send. I have a question.
No way.
So I was there with 3 other guys who were foreign actors in Korea, and they were like, we were on the bus going to the location, and I remember one of them in the back was like, so we doing a Boston accent? Because, it takes place in Boston.
Yeah.
And
Boston.
I remember I was like, oh, I am not prepared to do any accent. I'm not doing one.
Yeah,
And they were
yeah.
like, why not? We're all going to do one. And I was like, you are more than welcome to do your shitty Boston accent.
My character was born in Florida and moved to Boston for a job.
Also, like newscaster. I mean, if you're
if you're
like a newscaster or newscaster,
God.
like you're often transplants or you have a neutral accent.
But also, it's very funny to think of like, thank you, Charles. I'm standing here in front of the crime scene at Boston Harvard Yard. where the criminal has
You should go
escaped
look up
with
the
the hot
movie and
dog.
just wait for that scene.
We're doing a screening right after this.
Wait, do you do accents? Are you good at accents?
I think if I had a diet, like I would never, and this happened to me once too on a Korean drama where it's funny, the director just thought I was Russian, even though I had told him multiple times I wasn't Russian.
Can you do Russian?
No. I mean, I did do an indie film where I was Russian, and I had a coach that helped me with my lines because I had a few lines in Russian. But
Say one line.
oh, I don't remember. This one like
say
2006.
the line, give me back my daughter in a Russian accent.
No, see, I've never like had a dialect coach. I had a coach for Russian language.
Oh, I see.
But not like to speak English.
You
But
could
in
do
this
British.
case, I just don't attempt any.
Well, the
accent.
answer was,
That's fine.
give me back my daughter.
My daughter.
My daughter.
Then I feel like I turned into a vampire.
Yeah.
Transylvanian.
Yeah, but for the K-drama, he was like, can you say your Korean lines with a Russian accent?
That is fucked up.
And I said, sir, you know I'm not Russian. And he was like, you're not? And I was like, oh my God, this is not the first time I've told you I'm not Russian.
Dang.
And it was funny because after this drama, he cast me in another drama like years later. And on set, he was like, I was talking to somebody and they were like, where are you from? And he goes, oh, she's from Russia.
Damn.
And I was like, 감독님.
Yo,
I am not
Carson, you're speaking to an
Russian.
epidemic we're having with Russian models just flooding into our
People
country.
love to assume all white women
All
are
white
Or
women are
just
Russian.
from
Yeah.
Russia? I was like-
well,
And I feel bad for the actual
it's
Russian
the green
women.
eyes, though. The green eyes is like real white. You know that.
Hey,
that's such
don't
a
feed into the stereotype.
Ow! It's not a stereotype. She does have green eyes.
You're telling me she looks Russian.
Well, Russian girls have green eyes too.
Americans look like this.
3%. 3%
Time.
I
of
think
Americans.
I look really American.
You look like the red.
I don't
white,
think I give.
blue.
I don't think I give
Carson, if you
European
said-
vibes.
You know the Pledge of Allegiance.
Don't I look American?
You
I feel
do,
like I
but
do.
if you had a Russian accent, I would not bat an eyelash. I didn't get to ask you earlier. What are your do you have favorite movies? Favorite productions or anything that like really influenced you?
I mean,
And why is it Clueless?
Clueless. Oh my God, I actually only watched Clueless when I was an adult. I didn't grow up on Clueless. I think it was a bit older when I was like younger.
Also, Clueless doesn't really hit the same way as it did in 1997 or
Yeah.
What's the monologue?
Okay.
As if.
Well, I want to know what your favorite movies are, just real quick.
My favorite movies.
Do you consume a lot of movies, TV?
I do, but I feel like I'm not necessarily like, oh, this is my favorite movie. Like, I just consume.
What do you think of the movie American Beauty? Have you seen it?
Oh, I've never seen it. Is that recent?
Oh, I was going to give you the monologue from it. No, it won Best Movie Academy Award in 1999.
Oh.
Which is a long time ago.
Long time.
Wait, actually, I did have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If you weren't doing acting, one, would you still be in Korea? Two, what would you be doing?
Huh.
Have
I
you
feel
thought
like
about
I would
this?
still be in Korea. I think I would just be working production type jobs or working like behind the camera.
Nice.
The
Just
call is
because
strong.
I grew up like with a camcorder in my hand. Like it's always been video productions.
I see.
And
I mean,
like,
you did video
creating.
in high school. Did you do like YouTube vlogging and stuff too?
I never. So in Korea, it was really weird. For so many years, there was a huge stigma against celebrities having social media. And it's so weird that like now it's the complete
It's
opposite.
the complete opposite, yeah.
And so I almost like regret not doing social media back in the day because then I could be considered like an OG
Yeah.
Wait,
YouTuber.
Sidebar, have you ever done like a fan meetup?
No, I think back in the day, I used to try to like turn film festivals into like meetups where I was like, I'm going to the film festival to see my movie, like show up and we can hang out.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I did that twice and would have like coffee with whoever like
Yeah.
showed up.
Would you
Yeah.
do it?
Again? Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for listening to this episode of the Side Dish Podcast. Carson Allen, thank you so much for being
having
on.
me.
Did you have fun?
I did actually, and I wish maybe I'll just come back. I feel like we had so many things we didn't touch on.
We
You
did
had
part two.
You know?
Off camera, we're going to talk about a lot of things because we cut out a lot from the episode. But anytime you are welcome, and we said the same thing to MedTop too. We say this to all our guests, actually.
If they're good.
If they're good. And it was a good episode. Come back on anytime. My wife is texting me right now.
I know everybody's like, are you not
How's
done?
podcast? Where are you? And with that said, we'll catch you guys in the next episode
Of the side dish.
Bye.